Plants vs Zombies+National Job Transfer+Fast Rhythm+Experienced Driver+Decisive Killing, games come to reality, the killer wreaks havoc, and the entire world undergoes earth-shattering changes. Countless dungeons and spiritual realms are full of danger and opportunities. Transferring to a profession allows you to level up by defeating monsters, completing missions, and brushing dungeons to become the ultimate powerhouse. Lin Chu also became a member of the army of job transfers. On the day of his transfer, he obtained an S.level qualification, but his profession was that of a plant planter, who could only grow plants. Isn't this pure farmer? But when Lin Chu opened his own information panel, he realized that there was another world ahead. With the blessing of the mysterious catalog, all plants have evolved. Planting Peas Evolves Pea Shooter. Planting Xumi Fantasy Monkey Fruit, evolving into the great sage of Tian. Kiwi. Planting dragon fruit to evolve into dragon form and elemental dragon grass. Hi Lin Chu, who said plant growers are weak. My plants are incredibly strong. A certain villain said, don't be afraid, even Lin Chu's plants won't move. We just need to attack from a distance. A young man said, boss, you're lying to me. There's a pea shooter chasing after me and shooting from behind my butt. Brother 2. Boss, there's a huge Japanese melon trying to crush me. Little brother 3. Have you ever seen a cherry that can explode? Chapter 1. S.level qualification. Mysterious illustrated talent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiagua, Qingqing City. Awakening venue for job transfer. Students step into the awakening water one by one, and as the awakening succeeds, the awakening water will shine and map out professions. By the awakening water, there are teachers responsible for maintaining the awakening order and recording the profession of students awakening. Zhao Ye, awakening profession. Fighter. Qualification D.level. As the teacher announced, the students around began to discuss. This D.level guy is quite useless. That's right, D.level milk is unforgettable, and D.level professions make people avoid them. What you said about big milk is better to be a pastor. I don't know what kind of qualification profession I can awaken. I hope to have an A.level, at least a B.level. The teacher looked a bit restless and murmured to himself, hundreds of students have awakened, but they don't even have an A.level. This year's class won't do. In the awakening queue, there is a tall and handsome young man who is shining with hope. His appearance constantly attracts the attention of the surrounding girls. The boy's name is Lin Chu, and he is a school grass and academic leader at Qingqing No. 1 Middle School. Beside Lin Chu, there was also a girl with a flattering expression who looked at him with an extraordinary appearance and a fiery figure. This is the school flower of Qingqing No. 1 High School, Lu Qingqing. Everyone knows that Lu Qingqing has been licking Lin Chu and wants him to agree to be her boyfriend. Unfortunately, Lin Chu has never expressed anything. With Lin Chu's talent, he will definitely be able to awaken powerful professions, and the gap between the two will continue to widen. Since the advent of games hundreds of years ago, the world has been semi-digitized, and the whole world has undergone earth-shattering changes. Beasts evolve into ferocious beasts with terrifying strength, causing harm to one side and forming a wave of beasts that can even destroy a city. Strange dungeons and spiritual realms have emerged in various regions, which are extremely dangerous but also bring great benefits. And humans, on the other hand, have gained the ability to switch jobs and awaken. After changing jobs and becoming a professional, one can possess terrifying combat power. By conquering dungeons, spiritual realms, and wilderness areas, killing monsters and slaying enemies, gaining experience, equipment, and resources, gradually improving one's own strength, and reaching the later stage of overwhelming mountains and seas, breaking mountains and stones, and doing anything. The lowest level in this world is naturally those ordinary people who have not been able to awaken their professions. These ordinary people often do not play a significant role in the professional era. What can be done is to rely on professionals and provide them with various services. Next up, Lin Chu. The beautiful teacher ahead shouted. Everyone's gaze immediately turned to Lin Chu. Here we go. What profession can a top student at Shimizu No. 1 awaken? This is something that everyone is extremely concerned about. Brother Lin Chu, relax. With your strength, you will definitely awaken a powerful profession. Qingqing blinked her seductive eyes and said coquettishly. Lin Chu just nodded calmly and walked towards the awakening water. The beautiful teacher saw Lin Chu walking out, her face also full of expectations. Lin Chu, with a positive mindset, your ability is definitely not a problem. Let me explain the precautions here. When you first enter the awakening water, because there is less water, the awakening power will be more dry, and gradually there will be more water. At this point, there will be a peculiar slippery feeling. Be careful not to resist, accept the slippery feeling, and it will effectively enhance the comfort during the awakening process. The beautiful teacher patiently answered for Lin Chu. If there is a profession in Qingqing No. 1 that is most likely to obtain S.level qualifications, it is none other than Lin Chu. The students around all envied and looked at Lin Chu. Lin Chu has this treatment, which allows teachers to explain in such detail. For other students, a simple reminder is basically enough. Lin Chu followed the awakening steps and stepped into the inverted bowl-shaped pool of awakening. At this moment, a strange feeling struck. Lin Chu felt like he was passing through a narrow cave. There is a tingling sensation of pulling all over the body. However, the awakening pool soon filled with water, gradually covering Lin Chu's entire body. That unique sense of wetness, both the comfort of soaking in hot springs and the suffocation of drowning. The next moment, the awakening light burst forth with a bright green glow. The light rose up into the sky, piercing through the clouds. Above the sky, a huge ancient giant tree gradually emerged, emitting a brilliant divine power. Sleeping slot. What situation is this? It's a vision. It's a vision. Only A.level and above qualifications will have a professional illusion when awakened. Undoubtedly Lin Chu, he is indeed above a level. Everyone exclaimed in shock. The beautiful teacher also nodded in appreciation. Lin Chu did not disappoint anyone. The qualifications of professionals are very important. High qualifications can bring more growth potential and possibilities, and even have a higher probability of advancing and mutating skills and talents. Any professional with A.level or above qualifications, as long as they do not fall, will be a strong player in the future. The shadow of the ancient giant tree gradually converged, transforming into a clear green pearl and entering Lin Chu's body. At this moment, Lin Chu's career information was made public. Lin Chu, qualification level S. The beautiful teacher was the first to mention her qualifications. The scene was once again in a state of uproar. I thought Lin Chu had an A.level qualification, but unexpectedly, he had the highest S.level qualification. Either we don't come, or we'll have a big one. The first few hundred people have awakened their low qualifications, and suddenly we'll have a top-tier one. It seems that our Qingqing city is going to make great achievements. Qingqing city hasn't produced an S.level qualification in 5 years, has it? Finally, a genius has arrived. I really envy you. S.level qualifications can definitely step onto the pinnacle of humanity. Qingqing listened to the voices of discussion next to her, with a proud expression on her face, as if they were praising her man. Lin Chu was already shining brightly, and now he has become a superstar that attracts widespread attention. But at this moment, the beautiful teacher spoke out with a strange expression about Lin Chu's profession. Lin Chu's profession is a plant planter. Ah. Everyone's expressions on site froze. Plant growers. What kind of profession is this? I've never heard of it before. But from the name, it seems to be related to more life-oriented professions such as spirit farmers and animal trainers. At least animal trainers can also train animals to attack. You are a pure low-level profession who grows plants. Matching S-level qualifications with this profession is pointless. Everyone's faces on site were constantly changing, and the roller coaster-like plot development caught everyone off guard. Unfortunately, plant growers only hope that in the future, Lin Chu can rely on his S-level qualifications to grow various beautiful plants. Indeed, I thought Lin Chu could reach the peak of the human race, but now it seems that he can only reach the peak of planting grass. A new star is slowly rising and falling at lightning speed. Lu Qingqing's expression gradually froze in the crowd. Quickly, she realized that when she looked at Lin Chu again, there was no longer any charm or admiration in her eyes. What about being handsome? Can it be eaten as a meal? I am so beautiful, of course I need to be paired with a peerless powerhouse, a dead planter. Can you match me? The beautiful teacher looked at Lin Chu with a bitter smile and said, Lin Chu, don't lose heart. If the plants you plant in the future are beautiful or delicious, maybe you can have your own world. Teacher, there's no need for your comfort. This setback is nothing to Lin Chu. 2 generations of people, the previous life was already a top scorer in the college entrance examination, and one state of mind can be called extraordinary. Lin Chu will find a way to solve any setbacks. Lin Chu stepped out of the pool of awakening, and a strange force dried the surface moisture of Lin Chu. As he walked, Lin Chu began to examine his own profession. Name: Lin Chu, occupation: plant planter, level LV.01, 0%, qualification. S.level, power. 5. Constitution. 5. Agile. 8. Spirit. 15. Skills. Sewing, LV1, inducing, LV1, talent. Mysterious Atlas, LV1, Lin Chu was stunned when he saw his panel. As a plant grower, I can easily understand the skills of sowing and nurturing. What kind of talent is this mysterious catalog? Lin Chu immediately checked the talent in the mysterious atlas. Mysterious illustrated. A supernatural taboo, an object from a different world. It contains the power of mysterious evolution, which can transform plants into any plant recorded in the illustrated. Lin Chu was full of confusion, and with a thought, the mysterious catalog was opened in front of him. At this glance, Lin Chu exclaimed in surprise. Sleeping Trough, Pea Shooter. Chapter 3. Quickly Kill Elite Monsters. Mysterious Atlas Bonus. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Although the Fire Elf is a novice monster, it has a high initial agility attribute and is as fast as fire. Most novice awakeners do not choose it as their preferred source of experience points. The Pea Shooter's pea is like a lock, no matter how fast the fire elves are, they cannot escape the pea's attack. What's even more surprising is the damage of the Pea Shooter, a one-shot kill. It's outrageous. Even if the fire elf stands and kills the novice awakener, it still requires 4 or 5 attacks to kill it. How high is the panel of the Pea Shooter? Lin Chu couldn't wait to check the panel of the Pea Shooter, and the information about the Pea Shooter immediately appeared in Lin Chu's eyes. Name: Pea Shooter, level LV.01, power 20 plus 200, additional increase in mysterious maps, constitution. 20, agile. 20, spirit. 0, skill. Pea hair, LV.01, Pea continuous attack. Launch a P*5 attack after activation, causing 120% damage to your own strength per P, with a cooldown of 10 seconds. The mysterious map is additionally enhanced, and each P caused by this skill must be critically hit. Horizontal groove. Besides being able to evolve plants, the mysterious illustrated also has additional blessings on plants. Equivalent to the initial strength of the pea shooter reaching 220 points. The attribute panel of one's own S.level qualification only has a maximum spiritual attribute of 15 points. Even the skills of Pea Shooter are blessed with a mysterious catalog. 5 peas in a row attack, each bean must also hit critically, plus an extremely high initial strength, burst and directly pull full. Little pea, you're a bit abnormal. Relieving the shock, Lin Chu was overjoyed. I am extremely satisfied with the Pea Shooter panel. After the death of the fire elf, a stream of light flew out of its body and entered Lin Chu's body. Obtained material. Fire elf for *1, there is a certain probability that killing monsters will drop materials, items, and equipment. These are the main sources of income for career awakeners. The pea Sagittarius sways its body, its dull fur sways in the wind, its big eyes sweep around, and its small head can even rotate 360 degrees. It seems like entering standby mode. Lin Chu looked at the pea shooter and felt a bit uneasy. When this plant takes root, it takes root, but monsters run around everywhere. Can't you just plant a pea shooter in one place on your own? Just when Lin Chu's mind appeared, an information panel immediately appeared in front of it. Mysterious illustrated. Each plant has a summoning space, which can be stored in the summoning space. By consuming energy, it can be summoned again. As one's own level increases, the number of summoning spaces will also increase. Lin Chu trembled when he saw his back. Immediately open the mysterious catalog, and as expected, you can see the number of summoning spaces in the Pea Shooter column. Mysterious illustrated summoning space. Pea Shooter, 1/5, Lin Chu looked at the Pea Shooter and his mind moved. He immediately disappeared into the summoning space. Lin Chu was pleasantly surprised, it would be much more convenient in this way. Quickly, Lin Chu found another fire elf, and with a thought, the Pea Shooter was immediately summoned. Still killing a pea in seconds. Kill the fire elf, experience points +5. Lin Chu checked the personal panel and found that the experience value inside the panel has increased to 5%. I am very satisfied with the speed, but the only thing I am not satisfied with is that my own speed is not good, and I am looking for monsters too slowly. At this point, Lin Chu turned his gaze to another unlocked plant in the mysterious catalog. Sunflowers. In Plants vs. Zombies, the effect of sunflowers is to provide sunlight, allowing players to plant plants. But Lin Chu plants don't need to consume sunlight, and I don't know what effects sunflowers have. Lin Chu took out the sunflower seeds, but did not plant them. Because I planted the pea Sagittarius earlier and used the mysterious illustrated, the energy consumption was still quite high. Physical fitness is equal to physical strength, and every time a skill is used, it will consume a bit of physical strength. Mysterious illustrations require 2 points of physical strength. When Lin Chu only has 5 points, a series of operations such as sowing, spawning, and mysterious cataloging will immediately consume 4 points of physical strength. Therefore, Lin Chu had to wait for a period of physical recovery before he could plant sunflowers. Wait until your physical strength recovers. Lin Chu immediately used sowing and nurturing techniques to plant sunflower seeds in the soil. Finally, use the mysterious atlas to evolve sunflowers. In Lin Chu's eyes, sunflowers are changing at a visible speed to the naked eye. A gentle face gradually emerged from the position of the stamen. The flowers and leaves bloom like the light of the sun around the stamens, faintly emitting golden light. Small green rhizomes are rooted on the ground, surrounded by a dense cluster of green in the center. Like the pea Sagittarius, the sunflower sways its body in a regular manner, with a peaceful smile on its face, as if the sun is rising. If the pea shooter is likened to a cute young man, then the sunflower gives people a kind of intellectual elder sister. What is the function of sunflowers? It doesn't have aggressiveness either. Just as Lin Chu was about to check the information of the sunflowers, suddenly a commotion came from within the forest ahead. Lin Chu cast his gaze in confusion. In the tall grass, more than 10 fire elves ran out in a row. Sleeping trough. Lin Chu was first surprised, then immediately delighted. Isn't this the experience of being delivered to your doorstep? The pea Sagittarius reacted quickly and immediately began to spit in his mouth. Although the pea shooter attacks with a 1.4-second interval, the attack range is quite wide, and they are killed before these fire elves arrive. Lin Chu's experience value has also skyrocketed. But the question is, why do so many fire elves suddenly emerge from the grass? Just as Lin Chu's doubts were born, a violent tremor came from the earth. I saw a sturdy tree break in the dense forest, as if it had been forcefully pushed apart by some giant object. Soon, a wild boar about 3 meters tall, wide and strong gradually appeared in Lin Chu's field of vision. The wild boar's pair of sharp and huge fangs are full of danger. Its crimson eyes stared fixedly at Lin Chu. Sleeping slot. Lin Chu exclaimed in surprise, why did even the boss come? Name. Forest Crazy Pig, Elite Level. LV.5, Power. 50 Constitution. 50 Agility. 50 Spirit. 10 Skills. Collision, Fawn Chain Sting. Elite level monsters may not be considered true boss levels, but in a beginner level map, it is necessary for several awakened professions to work together to deal with them. If it weren't for the additional blessing of the mysterious catalog, the pea shooter would have been completely crushed by the forest wild pig in terms of 4 attributes. It's rare to see elite monsters on novice maps, but I didn't expect to encounter them when Lin Chu just arrived. Luck is really good. Pea shooter, activate your skills. Facing the forest wild pig, one must first take action to be strong. Otherwise, once in close proximity, the weak pea shooter may not be able to carry it. Bobo. Activate the pea combo skill. 5 peas shot out like 5 stars in a row. Each pea is wrapped in a faint red light. Each one is bound to critical hit. The forest wild pig looked at the peas with contemptuous eyes. Are you joking? I am also the king of this forest, no matter what. You hit me with peas. Did you wake up from sleep? The forest wild pig obviously didn't pay attention to the meager peas, roared in its mouth, and its speed skyrocketed once again. Collision. The forest wild pig seemed to be able to see the scene of the human being pierced by its own fangs. There are also those 2 things that sway back and forth, especially the sunflower. Laugh and laugh at your basket, see if I don't stab you to death. Bang! When the first pea exploded and cracked on the forehead of the forest wild pig. The forest crazy pig felt a bit confused in his heart. That's not right. Do you call this a pea? Whose peas will explode? Bang bang bang. 5 peas were fried in a row, and the forest wild pig was torn apart by the explosion, with blood flowing horizontally. The massive body couldn't control itself and fell to the ground, rolling to a position about 3 or 4 meters in front of Lin Chu. Oh. The intense pain made the forest wild pig roar. Lin Chu shook his eyebrows and whispered to himself that he hadn't died yet. It can be seen how rough the skin and thick the meat of the forest wild pig are. But it's only one last blow away. Pea shooter, let's mend the knife. Just as Lin Chu Gang gave the order, the forest wild pig suddenly went into trouble. A pair of fangs burst in at an extremely fast speed. Lin Chu was startled and was about to dodge, but suddenly realized that the wild boar was not really stabbing him. Shoo! The stamens of sunflowers are directly pierced by wild boars. And the forest wild pig was also taken down by the pea shooter with 1 shot. Kill forest wild pig, elite level, experience points plus 200, Lin Chu was instantly enveloped in golden light. With a burst of flash, Lin Chu upgraded. Oh, a forest wild pig is equivalent to providing the experience of 40 fire elves. With the disappearance of the forest wild pig corpse, countless streams of light entered Lin Chu's body. Equipment obtained. Crazy Pig Skin Armor, Normal, *1, Crazy Pig Tooth Spear, Normal, *1, obtained material. Wild Pig Blood and Meat *10, obtaining prop. Rampage Blood *1, Forest Crazy Pig has exploded with many things, including even 2 pieces of equipment. Make a fortune. Although you don't need the Crazy Pig Tooth Gun Lin Chu, you can still sell it for a lot of money. Lin Chu is currently the most in need of money, especially after obtaining the mysterious catalog. If you want to plant plants, you must have materials, and you have to spend money to buy all the materials. Take back your thoughts. Lin Chu focused all his attention on the sunflower. What's wrong with this little guy? As soon as it is summoned, it will be used for more than 10 fire elves, along with 1 elite level monster. Moreover, the elite level monster's deathbed counterattack did not strike itself, but instead chose to attack sunflowers, even before killing them, which is quite unusual. As Lin Chu cast his gaze away, the message of the sunflower immediately appeared in front of Lin Chu. Chapter 4. The Benefits of Sunflowers. Clear the forest of the night. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Name. Sunflower, Level. LV.01, Power. 10, Physical Fitness. 20 plus 200, additional increase in Mysterious Atlas, Agile. 0, Spirit. 50, Skills. Sunshine Enhancement, LV.01, Sunshine Divergence, LV.01, Sunshine Enhancement. After activation, it will continuously consume energy and spit out a ray of sunshine every once in a while. Picking up the sunshine can bless any friendly unit, temporarily enhancing its full attributes by 10 plus 10% of its own spiritual attributes, with a maximum attribute enhancement of 200 points. Mysterious Atlas additionally enhances, doubling the attribute increase and upper limit. Sunshine Divergence. Passive skill, Sunflower's sunlight has a natural attraction, which can attract creatures who are not afraid of sunlight to approach and to some extent, pull monster hatred. Dark and other sun-afraid monsters do not work and will stay away from sunflowers. The mysterious catalog is additionally enhanced, and sunflowers will definitely attract monster hatred. Lin Chu saw the information about the sunflower and his face was also happy. Isn't this the panel for the auxiliary meat shield? The sunshine enhancement skill can provide attribute blessings. With the blessing of a mysterious catalog, the attribute enhancement can reach up to 400 points. I just don't know if the sunlight enhancement of different sunflowers can overlap with each other. If stacked, Lin Chu's summoning space can carry 5 sunflowers. 5 sunflowers spitting sunshine together, blessed on a pea shooter, that combat power is definitely equivalent to a big boss in the novice era. Lin Chu also knew why the forest wild pig stared at the sunflower and didn't let it go. The sunshine divergence skill is similar to the sarcastic skill of the meat shield. Not only that, this skill also has a special attraction. Like those fire elves before, they were all attracted because of this. This skill is just like Lin Chu's. Lin Chu was worried about looking for monsters everywhere. Now that he had sunflowers, all the monsters in the Shiji forest would run over on their own. Repeatedly collecting and summoning plants, it's so delicious. I would like to call it the plant demon. Of course, this skill is not without its flaws. If it attracts some terrifying presence, it can be dangerous. It doesn't matter about the Shiji forest, the strongest one is the forest wild pig. Lin Chumo wiped his palm with his fist. Next, let's clear the entire Shiji forest. Kill the fire elf, experience points plus 5, kill warrior goblin, experience points plus 10, kill flame cat, experience points plus 20, under the powerful firepower of the pea shooter, the monsters in the Shiji forest are all experienced babies of Lin Chu. One pea, one monster. The pea shooter's mouth is about to spray bald skin. From time to time, Lin Chu's body would be enveloped by golden light. Under the strong attraction of sunflowers, the Shiji forest was like sweeping through Lin Chu. Lin Chu's level has also reached level 5. After reaching level 5, the experience points provided by the night forest monster are much less. The most advanced flame cat can provide 7 or 8 experience points, while other monsters can either be forced a little, or only have 2 or 3 more points. However, the attraction of sunflowers has already spread in the Yuki forest. Monsters keep coming in, and the speed of gaining experience points is also good, so they haven't left. It wasn't until there were no monsters coming for a long time that Lin Chu realized. Shouldn't it be that all the monsters in Shiji forest have been wiped out by oneself? This kind of monster in the leveling map is usually refreshed every day. If we finish brushing, we can only make it early tomorrow. If you are in a hurry to level up, you can only go to the dungeon. If all the monsters are finished, then let's just roll the ball. Lin Chu put away the pea shooter and sunflower, and then stood up and walked towards the outside of the Shiji forest. At this point, outside the forest, Zhao Ye and Qingqing walked shoulder to shoulder. After they woke up, they didn't come to practice for the first time. Instead, go to the equipment store to select equipment. Therefore, I have been delaying until now to come to the Shiji forest for leveling. Suddenly, with sharp eyes, Zhao Ye saw Lin Chu walking out of the Shiji forest. Lin Chu! Zhao Ye exclaimed in surprise. Qingqing's eyebrows trembled as she looked away in surprise. Why did he come too? His profession still wants to kill monsters and level up. Qingqing said. A proud smile also appeared on Zhao Ye's face. 10 years in the east and 10 years in the west, Lin Chu used to dominate himself in school. Now that he has awakened to the garbage profession of plant growers, he still refuses to accept defeat. Zhao Ye picked up Qingqing's hand and walked towards Lin Chu. Lin Chu, what a coincidence. Zhao Ye deliberately amplified his voice. Surrounded by students from the same period. There were also many people from Qingqing No. 1 Middle School who, upon hearing the commotion on Zhao Ye's side, cast curious glances. Lin Chu is a top scholar, Qingqing is a school grass, and Zhao Ye is a famous second-generation wealthy person. This buff is directly stacked full, who can't be attracted. Upon hearing this, Lin Chu smiled faintly and said, "What's so clever? Even beginners with normal minds know how to level up in the forest of Shiji. I can take 2 steps and meet 3 or 4 students from Qingqing No. 1 Middle School." Zhao Ye's mouth twitched and his face suddenly turned black. Hee, as a plant planter, you may find it difficult to even level up, right? Do you want me to guide you? Zhao Ye sneered. Take me. I have finished brushing all the monsters in the Shiji forest, you can't even bring them if you want to. Lin Chu's smile became even more brilliant. Okay, Lin Chu smiled. Zhao Ye was taken aback, not expecting Lin Chu to agree so quickly. But soon he realized and continued to sneer, it's easy to say, we're classmates after all. If you call me Zhao Ye, I'll promise to take you. How about that? It's not a big problem to shout, but the main question is, do you have the ability to take me to the Snake Swamp grassland now? Lin Chu replied. The Snake Swarm grassland is a leveling map for a higher class. The level is between LV.05.LV.15. Zhao Ye burst out laughing. Hey buddy, are you crazy? Of course, I'm taking you to the Shiji forest. If you want to go to the Snake Swamp grassland, you have to be worthy, ha ha ha. Almost done, wasting time here is delaying leveling. Qingqing beside her became impatient. Zhao Ye shrugged and said to Lin Chu, it's a pity. My family is getting impatient, so you should think of a solution on your own. You can also think of a way, Lin Chu couldn't help but say. Zhao Ye didn't understand for a moment and said, "What are you saying?" Just at this moment, a large number of people surged out of the Shiji forest. "No, what kind of ghost? I've been wandering inside for an hour, and there isn't even a monster there. I've seen a ghost. It's such a big night forest that I can't even touch a hair. I'm lying down, really. What's going on? Are you still letting people practice?" "I'm just fine. I came earlier and killed a few monsters, but since then, there have been fewer and fewer. I don't know where the monsters have gone." This group of people obviously arrived early in the Shiji forest. From their communication, it can be heard that the forest of Shiji is no longer strange. Upon hearing this, Zhao Ye's face changed. This forest of night is the best place for beginners to practice. If you don't reach the appropriate level here and venture to the snake grassland, the danger will greatly increase. It's okay today, isn't it, that we have to wait until tomorrow? This day will widen a significant level gap. After 1 month, it will be the selection of universities. If the level does not meet the standards, it will be directly rejected. And at least a level of 15 or above is required to be admitted to higher education institutions. The selection of candidates in universities is done from top to bottom, and a level difference is enough to defeat tens of thousands of people. At such times, no time can be missed. "Oh my, buddy, you're so self-centered." Lin Chu smiled and said to Zhao Ye, then turned around and left. Zhao Ye's face became even more ugly. "No, why is he so calm? It seems like he can also level up," Zhao Ye scolded. Qingqing stared at Lin Chu and frowned when she saw the direction he was heading. "He seems to be heading in the direction of that snake pack plane. Is he crazy? At least they're all LV.05 monsters. He hasn't even raised his level, and he's not even a combat profession. Are you going there to die?" "Wait, shouldn't Lin Chu be happier to die? But why can't I be happy now?" Zhao Ye feels that his mood is very complicated. Lin Chu's relaxed and indifferent attitude, as well as his inability to level up, and Lin Chu's proactive behavior of sending him to death, made Zhao Ye feel a mess in his heart. "Clearly, my profession is stronger than Lin Chu Qiang. But why do you still feel like being pinched by Lin Chu? It feels strange, but I can't say where it is." "Zhao Ye, what should we do now?" Qingqing asked. "It's okay, if we spend money on the dungeon, we can at least catch up with the progress. As for Lin Chu, if we really want to go to the snake plane, we probably won't see him again in the future," Zhao Ye chuckled. Chapter 5. New skill quickly load. There's a big one behind me. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Walking on the way to the snake plane. Lin Chu's footsteps were flying fast. It's like someone is chasing him behind his back. Time is tight, so Lin Chu naturally knows about the selection of universities 1 month later. And Lin Chu's goal is very high, the top university in Xia country, Kyoto University. The most basic requirement for applying to a university is that the basic level must reach level 15, while Kyoto University requires level 16. Don't think about being led during this period. For the sake of fairness, the university will conduct pass team testing on each applicant, and they are not allowed to team up with people who are 5 levels or higher than themselves. If they do, their eligibility to apply will be cancelled. Now that Lin Chu has cleared up the monsters in the Shiji forest, although some have also been caught by other professions, the big head is still on Lin Chu. His level is ahead of the majority of professionals. This advantage must be firmly grasped without any pause. After the battle in the Shiji forest, Lin Chu's level has been raised to level 5, and there are still attribute and skill points that have not been allocated. For each level of S.level qualification, 10 attribute points and 1 skill point will be automatically obtained. A level only has 8 attribute points and 1 skill point. For AB.level qualification, although it also has 8 attribute points. Upgrading 2 levels can earn 1 skill point. That's also why everyone craves S.level qualifications. Lin Chu believes that prioritizing mental and physical enhancement is more suitable for himself. Spirituality goes without saying, planting plants requires spirit, and the stronger one's spiritual attribute value, the stronger the summoned plant attribute will be. And physical fitness affects key attributes such as life, defense, and physical strength. The enhancement of physical strength can make Lin Chu summon plants more frequently. Lin Chu walked and thought as he walked. After weighing, Lin Chu decided to add points in a ratio of 7.3. As for skill points, they are naturally all added to the mysterious catalog. At this point, Lin Chu opened the personal panel and there had already been a change. Name: Lin Chu, occupation: plant planter, level LV.05, 23%, qualification. S.level, power 5, constitution 20, agile 8, spirit 50, skills. Sewing, LV1, inducing, LV1, talent. Mysterious Atlas, LV5, I wonder if there have been any changes to P Sagittarius and Sunflower after the mysterious catalog has been upgraded to level 5. Lin Chu noticed it when his level improved. Plants do not upgrade according to their own level. That must be following the skill level. Upon opening, as expected, both Pea Shooter and Sunflower have been upgraded to level 5. Not only that, Lin Chu discovered that another plant guidebook had been unlocked in the mysterious catalog. Lin Chu fixed his gaze and immediately fell into a groove and made a sound. Cherry bomb. Lin Chu couldn't recognize the cherry bomb. This thing is like a disposable plant in Plants vs. Zombies. After planting, once it touches a zombie, it will immediately explode itself, causing high damage. If the pea shooter is compared to a gun, then the cherry bomb is a hand grenade. High lethality consumables. I just don't know what effect the cherry bomb will have in this world. Unfortunately, I don't have cherry seeds on hand. After visiting the Snake Plain, I will go back to Shimizu City to buy some. Snake Swarm Plain. The half-tall grass spread out, stretching out into an endless expanse. The grass fluttered in the wind, with ups and downs like waves. From time to time, cries can be heard from within the plain of the snake pack. Grass, I've been bitten by a snake again. The grass is tall, and the snake hides low. When professionals enter the snake plain, the most common thing they encounter is being attacked by snake monsters. Especially for some venomous snake monsters, when they take a bite, the poison also carries various debuffs, making you feel flustered. Therefore, the most important thing to prepare for coming to the snake plain is antidote. Of course, Lin Chu did not have such concerns. Are you afraid of a feather when you have a plant demon by your side? Lin Chu's mind twitched. P Sagittarius and Sunflower appeared in front of him. The distance between the two is about 4 to 5 meters. It can ensure that the Sunflower pulls hatred without affecting the output of the Pea Shooter. With the emergence of sunflowers, Lin Chu immediately heard a rustling sound coming from the surroundings. It's just that the grass is too high and dense, so it's basically impossible to see the situation below. At this moment, the Pea Shooter's big eyes suddenly became fierce, and he immediately locked in a direction to spit peas. Bang! With an explosion, Lin Chu immediately heard a hissing sound. The news of experience value being credited came in my ear. Kill the green poison snake, experience points plus 50, I'm going, but it's still a flash sale. Lin Chu Ben thought that on a map with a level 5 base, the Pea Shooter might not have the same level of suppression. But as a result, tell Lin Chu that no matter what kind of monster you are, everyone will be furious. The rustling sounds around became increasingly dense. The effect of plant enchantment has completely spread. Lin Chu lowered his body to take a glance, and couldn't help but feel a shock in his heart. At least there must be dozens of green venomous snakes, right? This is completely different from the Yuji forest. Lin Chu understood at first thought. Many new professions have flooded into the Shiji forest, and some of the monsters' hatred will be pulled away. And there are few professionals in the snake swarm plain, with sunflowers around. Doesn't it attract all the surrounding snake groups? The speed of the snake pack is very fast, twice as fast as the fire elves. With such a large number, can the pea shooter spray it over? Just as Lin Chu was considering whether to strategically retreat first. The fierce big eyes of the pea shooter suddenly turned red. Lin Chu let out a deep cry in his heart, don't cry instead of being unable to breathe. Poo 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 poo. The pea shooter's attack speed suddenly increased, shooting out peas one by one in a row. This attack speed is clearly below 1 second. Lin Chu first ordered both pea shooter and sunflower to activate their skills, and then checked the situation of pea shooter. Name: Pea shooter, level LV.05, power 120 plus 700, additional increase in mysterious maps, constitution 60, agility 60, spirit 0, skills. Pea hair, LV.05, quick burying, LV.05, quick burying. Passive skill. When there are too many enemies around the pea shooter, there is a certain probability to activate the skill, reducing the attack interval of the pea shooter by half. The more strength attributes the pea shooter has, the higher the probability. Lasts for 10 seconds, cooldown for 10 seconds. Mysterious illustrated. Additional enhancement. During the duration of quick burying, the pea shooter's continuous firing skill has no cooldown. Lin Chu saw the pea shooter panel and his expression was also somewhat surprised. Surprisingly, there is an additional skill for quick loading. No wonder the pea shooter can spray so well, that's why. The quick loading thief is strong, especially after being strengthened by the mysterious catalog, making the pea shooter burst without cooling. As long as the stamina is sufficient, the pea shooter's burst can be said to be full in a straight line in the short term. I would like to call it the top sprayer of Chinese clothing. Poo 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 poo. Bang bang bang. Under the strong firepower of the pea shooter, the surrounding green viper fell like a lawn mower. Kill the green poison snake, experience points plus 50, kill the green poison snake, experience points plus 50, dot. Lin Chu's whole body flashed with a golden light. The level has been upgraded to LV.06. At this moment, a shout came from not far away. Hey buddy, help me. Lin Chu heard the sound and looked away. I saw a young man with thick eyebrows and big eyes running towards me. Hey buddy, help me. The young man was quite happy to see Lin Chu. The joy on Lin Chu's face froze as he could see that he had no equipment on his body. Hey buddy, hurry up and run. What are you running for? Lin Chu spoke up to inquire. There's a big one behind me. Before Lin Chu could react, the earth suddenly shook. Mud splashed and the hissing was deafening. It does seem like something big is coming. Chapter 2. Planting Plants. Pea Shooter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Isn't this a plant from Plants vs. Zombies? Why did I become Dave? Lin Chu thought to himself, wouldn't he also wear an iron pot, with a very intelligent expression on his face. The mysterious catalog is pitch black, with a few gilded large characters reading Mysterious Catalog. As Lin Chu's mind moved, the mysterious catalog slowly opened. The picture guide on the first page only has 2 unlocked squares. P. Sagittarius, sunflowers. How to use this catalog? Lin Chu was puzzled. Just at this moment, a warning tone rang in Lin Chu's ear. After planting seeds and maturing, plants can evolve. Evolving plants requires a certain amount of materials, and each new plant has a free evolution time. As their strength increases and they break through the ranks, more plant guides can be opened. I see. So my primary goal is to first obtain seeds for sowing and ripening. Lin Chu's heart was filled with passion. You should know that advanced plants in Plants vs. Zombies are very abnormal. For example, kiwi fruit based on Monkey Brother even has a golden cudgel as a weapon. And the various attributes of dragon grass in dragon form are no different from those of the dragon clan. There are also angel stars that can emit stars. The other plants also have various abilities, which can be said to be full of output, healing, control, negative states, and so on. Am I a weak planter? The plants I pulled out are getting worse and worse. At this moment, Lin Chu returned and happened to encounter Lu Qingqing, who was preparing to awaken and switch jobs. At this moment, Lu Qingqing's face was no longer flattering, and she calmly glanced at Lin Chu, passing by directly. Hey, the world is cold, awakening such a profession, even Lu Qingqing doesn't lick Lin Chu anymore. I want Lin Chu, but my mentality is shattered. But it seems that Lin Chu's reaction doesn't matter at all. Really, with a calm expression on his face. The classmates around whispered to each other. Lin Chu really doesn't matter. What kind of hanging does Lu Qingqing look like? Can Lin Chu not know? Lin Chu has never trusted Lu Qingqing at all. Now Lu Qingqing's appearance can be considered as her true face exposed. Lin Chu was so happy. And just as Lin Chu reached the exit of the awakening venue, suddenly, two beams of light shot up into the sky, one red and one blue. Two rays of light condensed into fire and ice, illuminating the sky into two colors. Horizontal groove. Is it an S.level qualification again? And it's still two ways. Oh my god, now our Qingqing No. 1 middle school is going to become famous. Everyone on site took a deep breath. The teacher in charge of recording is also full of excitement. Two voices emanated from two different pools of awakening. Lu Qingqing, S.level qualification, awakened professional ice mage. Zhao Ye, S.level qualification, awakened professional explosive mage. Lu Qingqing's face was full of excitement as she left the awakening pool amidst the teacher's praise. Surrounding classmates are giving blessings one after another. Sure, Qingqing, you're completely different from us now. A cold ice mage with S.level qualifications will achieve unlimited success in the future. I didn't expect Lin Chu's arch-rival Zhao Ye to also have an S.level qualification. Didn't Zhao Ye always want to pursue you before? Qingqing, you two have S.level qualifications together, it's a beautiful thing. Listening to the words of her classmates around her, Lu Qingqing's vanity was greatly satisfied. Especially knowing that Zhao Ye also has S.level qualifications, Lu Qingqing couldn't help but look sideways. Zhao Ye is a wealthy second generation with a decent appearance, but he cannot compare with Lin Chu. I have been pursuing myself before, even hating Lin Chu because of myself, and there have been many frictions between me and Lin Chu. Now, just like myself, I am an S.level qualified main battle profession, which is indeed a perfect match. As for Lin Chu, that's all in the past tense. Zhao Ye ran excitedly to Lu Qingqing and said with a smile, Qingqing, let's go practice together. Lu Qingqing's charming eyes peeked out and smiled, okay. The two of them left the venue hand in hand, causing another commotion and discussion. Lin Chu didn't take this matter seriously at all. The two of them left the awakening venue one step earlier. Lin Chu was not in a hurry to level up. After all, without plants, he cannot make them evolve. Arriving at a flower and bird market in Shimizu City, I casually picked a botanical garden and walked in. Welcome, handsome guy, what do you want to buy? The boss was very enthusiastic. I want to see the seeds and grow them myself, Lin Chu said. Is this easy to handle? I don't know what the handsome guy wants to see, eat, or use. The boss laughed. Are plants still useful? As soon as I saw Lin Chu's expression, the boss knew it was a young child. With a smirk on his face, he said, there is a type of slime trumpet flower seed that can contract its mouthparts and contain slime inside. Many single men use it. It's not something to say, ha ha ha. Lin Chu. Lin Chu has learned that some high-level plants can have various effects after being planted. It can provide gain buffs, and some can produce fruits that increase attributes. High-grade plant seeds are naturally more expensive. But I didn't expect there to be plants with such special effects. I thought the battle between plants and zombies was already outrageous enough. I didn't expect reality to be even more outrageous. This kind of plant is not artificially cultivated, I don't believe it. No need, I only need the lowest level pea and sunflower seeds, Lin Chu said. Oh, there are very few people who still like to grow this ordinary plant now. The boss quickly brought 2 bags of seeds to Lin Chu and said with a smile, 10 yuan. Lin Chu quickly scanned the code for payment. Immediately, I looked at my balance. 980 yuan. I couldn't help but feel a surge of emotion in my heart. Traveling through this world for 18 years, it was originally a beautiful family, but since his parents went on an adventure in the spiritual void 3 years ago, there has been no news, and his life and death are uncertain. Lin Chu's life has become increasingly difficult. However, now that Lin Chu has awakened his profession and obtained the talent of Mysterious Atlas, he will rely on his own efforts to overcome the current difficulties. Even find the specific situation where parents are missing. Holding the seed, Lin Chu left the city all the way and arrived at the best place for beginners to practice. Shiji Forest. LV.01.LV.05 The monsters in the Shiji Forest have a weak desire to attack, and if they leave a certain range, they will not pursue them. Even if the plants they grow are not strong, as long as they run, it will not affect their own life safety. Lin Chu walked into the forest and immediately saw a fire elf wandering like a mouse. Lin Chu immediately used the sowing skill. Sowing. Consume physical energy to sow, and according to spiritual attributes, strengthen the soil nutrients in the sowing area. After selecting the land, the seed in Lin Chu's hand disappeared instantly and appeared in the land. The land that was originally dry suddenly turned black-brown. A circle with an area of approximately 3 centimeters in diameter. The next step is to give birth. Inducing. Consume physical energy to induce the growth of plants, and accelerate their growth rate based on their spiritual attributes. After using the spawning skill, the seeds take root and sprout at a speed visible to the naked eye. Gradually grew into a pea plant. At this moment, Lin Chu felt a slight shortness of breath and a slight dizziness in his head. Physical fitness is related to physical strength. If the physical fitness is low, the physical strength will also be low. With just a little sowing and nurturing, the body will have some reactions. Next, let's use the Mysterious Atlas. With a thought in Lin Chu's mind, he directly chose Pea Shooter. The Mysterious Atlas talent has been launched successfully. It consumes energy to transform the plant pea into a pea shooter. Required materials. Plant essence, black iron level, *10, nutrient solution, black iron level, *3. After testing, this evolution is the first time and is now undergoing free evolution. The plant attributes are influenced by the summoner's spiritual attributes. Evolved successfully in Lin Chu's field of vision. The green pea was gradually covered by light. The light changes shape. Growing into a pouted pea with a small tuft of dull hair on its head, its long rhizomes stick to the ground, blooming with 4 green leaves swaying in the wind. A pair of bright big eyes blinked curiously at Lin Chu, while his body swayed in a regular pattern. It's done. I haven't waited for Lin Chu to check the information of the pea shooter yet. The fire elf has been attracted by the commotion here. Squeak, squeak. The fire elf grinned at Lin Chu and rushed towards him with a whoosh. Hurry up. Lin Chu was startled and immediately ordered the Pea Shooter, shoot me. The Pea Shooter's pair of cute big eyes suddenly became fierce, both cute and fierce. Immediately, its cheeks bulged, and with a bang, a huge pea flew away at lightning speed. Bang! Peas are like tracking, accurately hitting the body of the fire elf and exploding, instantly killing it in seconds. Kill the fire elf, experience points +5, Lin Chu widened his eyes in disbelief. Sleeping trough. Is Pea Shooter so fierce? Chapter 6. Hide elite monsters. Dafengshou, salad of assorted fresh vegetables. You are listening at novel full.audio. Boom. A python, 7 or 8 meters high, leaped out of the ground. He was covered in dark green scales all over his body, spitting out long letters in his mouth, and a pair of vertical pupils full of murderous intent looked at Lin Chu and the young man. What a premature death. This is the hidden elite monster of the snake swamp grassland, and there is usually no movement. I don't know what's going on today, but I accidentally bumped into it and insisted on clinging to me. Sigh, my damn charm. Just as the young man was speaking, Lin Chu's gaze was already directed towards the giant snake. Its information immediately appeared before Lin Chu's eyes. Name. Green poison giant snake, hidden elite level. LV.15, power. 150 constitution. 200, agile. 230, spirit. 100, skills. Tail whip, poison teeth, toxin spray. The attributes of the green poison giant snake are quite high. If the previous forest wild pig had seen it, it might not have been able to resist it twice. Undoubtedly a hidden elite level. Hey buddy, why don't you run? We're not its opponents, the boy continued to shout. You go first, I want to try to deal with it, Lin Chu said. The young man was in a daze for a moment. This person, are you stupid? Can't he see the information of this green poisonous giant snake? Do you still want to deal with it alone? Even if there are 10 more of us, we are not opponents of this monster. Brother, I have advised you as well. If you don't listen, don't blame me for bringing revenge on this giant snake, the young man shouted. Are you attracted? I'm afraid not. The pair of vertical pupils of the green venomous giant snake were firmly locked onto the sunflower from beginning to end. After running a few steps, the young man turned around and found that the green poison snake was not chasing him, and his heart was also muttering. That's not right. Why isn't this bird snake chasing us? Wait, shouldn't it be? Isn't this guy's location exactly where the giant snake is heading? Worry, have I become a clown? Is this snake here to find this guy? You have to run, there's no one else here. What kind of pressure are you putting on in front of me? The young man was conflicted in his heart, unsure whether he wanted to save Lin Chu, but upon seeing the terror of the green poisonous giant snake, he eventually ran away quickly. Poor guy, he came to die at a young age. After the young man ran away, Lin Chu looked at the green poisonous giant snake with a calm expression. The sunflower next to it sways in the wind, with a gentle smile on its face combined with shaking its head and head, giving it a somewhat magical appearance. The most important thing is to increase the intensity of ridicule. This expression is like saying, you have the guts to hit me. And what really makes the green poisonous giant snake unbearable is that the sunflower suddenly opens its mouth, a thick yellow discharge spewed out from the sunflower's mouth. Not only that, but how could humans even take it with their hands? Isn't it disgusting? This is simply insulting the ruler of my snake pack plane. The green venomous giant snake could no longer bear it. With a roar, its massive body swung and its tail whipped like a whip. The wind howled, and Lin Chu's eyebrows trembled as he immediately hid towards the rear. Fortunately, the target of the green venomous giant snake was sunflowers, and Lin Chu was unharmed. After dodging, Lin Chu immediately threw the sunlight that the sunflower had just spit out onto the pea shooter. Gifted by the sunshine, the pea shooter has a layer of golden afterglow all over his body. The increase in all attributes makes the attack of pea shooter more fierce. A pea erupted and quickly swept over the body of a green venomous giant snake. Bang! The dark green scales suddenly shattered. Blue blood spurted out. The body of the green poison giant snake is missing a piece. The vertical pupils of the green venomous giant snake trembled twice. A chilly expression flickered. What a powerful attack! How could that plant-like little thing, like an ant, erupt into such a terrifying attack? The green poisonous giant snake has already developed a sense of retreat, but every time it glances at the sunflower, it cannot contain its anger. Let's go, we must go. But before leaving, you must pout this sunflower first. The green venomous giant snake opened its big mouth, its venomous teeth turning purple, and suddenly took a bite on the body of the sunflower. The purple color diffused from the wound of the sunflower, indicating that it had been poisoned. The green venomous giant snake is not limited to this, it attempts to instantly kill sunflowers. The toxic liquid from the venomous glands is sprayed, covering the sunflowers within the AoE range. Fortunately, Lin Chu placed the pea shooter at a distance and was not affected by the venom. The entire body of the sunflower is covered in purple, and the surrounding grass is corroded by venom. But it still smiled and swayed peacefully, as if it had no effect. The green poisonous giant snake was dumbfounded. It has some doubts about its own eyes. This is the hardest and most calm sunflower it has ever seen. Why should I waste my time here when you speak so hard so early? Pea shooter, skill activation. Under the blessing of sunlight, the 5 consecutive critical hits of peas directly shattered the sturdy body of the green poison snake. The originally hard and straight python has now completely softened. Kill the green poison giant snake, hidden elite level, experience points plus 800, additional reward experience points plus 200, equipment obtained. Snake scale armor, bronze level, *1, obtained materials. 1 Qingdu giant snake gall and 2 Qingdu giant snake teeth, obtained item. Explosive poison gland *1, a large influx of experience points. Lin Chu's experience value has only increased by 8%. After reaching level 6, the upgrade speed has slowed down a lot. It seems that if you want to level up, elite monsters like the killing poison giant snake are not suitable. After all, it's difficult to kill. Although it may seem like it has a lot of experience points, for those easy to kill monsters, time may be evenly distributed and they may come faster. But the elite monster has a high explosion rate. Lin Chu is very short of money, these are all sources of income. Previously, the boy ran all the way to the border of the snake plain. The exhaustion of physical strength makes them gasp for breath. The feeling of surviving the disaster relaxed the boy's tense body. I don't know how that guy is doing, I should have taken him with me. At this point, a team of more than 10 professionals walked over. They also held a compass-like prop in their hands. The young man recognized it as the Qingqing disc searching for hidden monsters. As soon as you enter the area, the Qingqing plate will immediately reveal the location of hidden monsters. This group of people has just stepped into the snake plain. The professional holding the Qingqing plate immediately frowned. Bad luck. What's wrong? The green venomous giant snake has been killed. Forget it, then go to the next map. During the exchange, the professional team hurriedly left, leaving behind a bewildered young man. Ah! Ah ah! Has the green venomous giant snake been killed? Hiss. The young man took a deep breath. The person who was completely naked without any equipment was like running naked to fight monsters, and actually killed the green poison snake. The young man still couldn't believe it. This is too unrealistic. Could it be that some high-level professional happened to pass by and saved him? Yes. It must be like this. Anyway, that guy should have survived without any problems. The young man felt completely comfortable in his heart. Adjusting his mentality, it was too late to look at the time, so the young man stepped forward towards Qingqing city. When passing by the city walls and border troops, these border troops all show respect. Have you met Mr. Shen? Chapter 7. Professional Identity Authentication. The plant formation is complete. You are listening at novel full.audio. The sky gradually darkened, and the sunset shone on the grassland, as if it was burning. What a fruitful harvest. Lin Chu put away the pea shooter and sunflowers, filled with joy. After killing the green poison snake, Lin Chu continued to brush monsters for several hours. After reaching level 6, the upgrade speed decreases significantly. Even Lin Chu's monster brushing speed has only reached 51% of his experience points so far. Of course, on the other hand, the area of the Snake Pack grassland map is much larger than that of the Shiji forest. Lin Chu is unable to clear all monsters, and his experience points will naturally not be too high. Nevertheless, Lin Chu is confident that he can definitely reach the standard level before the college entrance examination. Looking at the backpack filled with materials, Lin Chu felt a sense of fulfillment. Pockets bulging, full of confidence. Quickly sell these materials, then purchase the materials needed for evolutionary plants, hoard the plant army, and the speed of monster spawning will inevitably skyrocket. Through the city gate, Lin Chu returned to the city of Qingqing. Head straight for the trading street without stopping. In the trading street, professionals can register their required materials and have them purchased and transferred by the official to earn some intermediary fees. You can also shout on your own and trade with other professionals. Officials often announce news of purchasing materials, equipment, and props. In summary, this is the place where money is consumed and also the place where money is obtained. The items in Lin Chu's package are all low-level materials, which are usually only collected by some low-level lifestyle professionals. If you find it troublesome, the official trading office can directly sell them at a lower price. Lin Chu was too lazy to find professionals and walked directly to the vending machine at the official trading office. Choose to trade. In the next instant, a panel appeared in front of Lin Chu. Professional identity authentication has not been conducted yet, and transactions cannot be conducted. Lin Chu. What? This official is troublesome, and identity authentication is also required. After inquiring, fortunately, there is an identity authentication office on the trading street. Lin Chu found the identity authentication office, and a man was undergoing identity authentication. A little girl at the counter was full of impatience on her face and her tone was quite poor. However, the business capability is still good, and the certification was quickly completed. When it was Lin Chu's turn, the counter lady didn't even look at him and impatiently said, "Report your name and ID card." As she spoke, the counter lady turned her head and was taken aback when she saw Lin Chu. The tone immediately softened and said, "Then we still need blood recognition here." The man who had previously undergone identity authentication had not yet walked far when he heard the gentle voice of the counter girl and turned his head in confusion. Immediately seeing Lin Chu's face, he felt relieved. This wicked world of facial expressions. The counter lady brought the blood recognition machine, and Lin Chu reached out and pressed it. The blood sample was immediately taken, and even a green light flickered. Lin Chu's wound was restored to its original state. Immediately Lin Chu reported his name and ID number. The lady at the counter was skilled at typing, and soon she froze. The profession you awakened today is only now registering as a professional. Didn't you even buy equipment? The counter lady even thought she was mistaken. Lin Chu scratched his face, as if he had really forgotten about equipment. The main thing was that the evolved plants were too strong and didn't seem to require much equipment to support him. I was so excited about my first awakening that I forgot to buy equipment, Lin Chu said. How fresh. Who hasn't been there for the first time? Can you forget that equipment is the foundation of a professional? He just came to buy equipment now and is far behind others. Aren't he planning to take the college entrance examination? It's a pity that he looks so handsome. Immediately, the counter lady turned her gaze to Lin Chu's level. It doesn't matter if she doesn't look, she was completely stunned at the sight. At the next moment, she rubbed her eyes with both hands and looked at the information displayed on the virtual projection screen with some disbelief. How could this be possible? The counter lady took a deep breath. In the level column, LV.06 is prominently written. On the first day of awakening, did you upgrade to level 6 without equipment? If my memory is correct, at that time, I had a wizard genius with S.level qualifications, but on the first day of being fully armed, I only rose to level 4, right? Although this handsome guy also has an S.level qualification, what profession is a plant planter? It sounds like a lifestyle profession, is it so strong? After being shocked, the counter lady quickly applied for identity authentication for Lin Chu. Looking at Lin Chu's departure, the counter girl felt like she could never forget this person in her lifetime. Handsome and strong. Lin Chu quickly cleaned up his package and immediately sold some excess materials. And spent some time selling the equipment dropped by Forest Crazy Pig to other professions. Only the bronze snake scales and armor of the green poison giant snake are left behind. Today, Lin Chu has recorded over 3,000 yuan in his account. Indeed, becoming a professional is the way. After selling off today's spoils, Lin Chu started screening materials on the vending machine. To evolve a pea shooter and sunflower, both need plant essence, black iron level, *10 and nutrient solution, black iron level, *3. Lin Chu immediately searched. Plant essence, black iron, price. 10 yuan, nutrient solution, black iron grade, price. 15. Lin Chu currently needs to summon 9 pea shooters and 9 sunflowers. That is, a total of 180 plant essence and 54 nutrient solutions are required. Sleeping trough, suddenly it's over 2,600 yuan to go out again. Grandma Li's day is in vain. Fortunately, plants will not be consumed unless they die after evolution. Otherwise, Lin Chu really couldn't summon him. After buying the materials, Lin Chu went to the flower and bird market again to buy some cherry seeds, and then ran back home. I found a small flower pot and started using my skills repeatedly, constantly evolving peas and sunflowers. On the second day, Lin Chu finally filled all 10 summoning positions. The formation of pea shooter and sunflower is considered complete. The price is Lin Chu, whose expression is somewhat lethargic. Something that needs to be refreshed for a while. At this moment, Lin Chu took out the snake scale armor he had obtained yesterday. Equipment name. Snake scale armor, bronze level, level limit. LV.5, attribute. Physical fitness +10, spirit +10, special effect. Toxin, when attacking oneself and summoning objects, there is a chance to give enemies a toxin buff. It is truly a bronze level equipment. Lin Chu immediately equipped himself with equipment. A dark green scale armor appeared on Lin Chu's body. As Lin Chu's mind moved, the scales and armor suddenly disappeared. This is the function of hiding the appearance of equipment. After all, some equipment is quite ugly, and this feature is practical for both hiding strength and beauty lovers. Next, summon the cherry bomb that just unlocked the catalog yesterday. Chapter 8. Summoning Cherry Bombs. Death and Division. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sowing, spawning, mysterious catalog. After a set of 3 combos. Lin Chu's ear immediately heard a message prompt sound. The mysterious catalog talent has been successfully activated, consuming energy to transform the plant cherry into a cherry bomb. Required materials: flame melt crystal, black iron level, *1, flame flower, black iron level, *1. After testing, this evolution is the first time and is now undergoing free evolution. The plant attributes are influenced by the summoner's spiritual attributes. Evolved successfully in an instant. In front of Lin Chu, the cherry bloomed with a fiery red light. A burning sensation permeated. Make Lin Chu feel hot and dry all over. Red light comes quickly and goes quickly. Lin Chu slowly opened his eyes and saw that the cherries in the flower pot had undergone a big transformation. That's it, this cherry bomb looks quite like the pair of small bells on a man's body. What's going on? Two green branches connect a pair of fiery red cherries. Cherries have eyes and mouth on them. The eyes were quite fierce, with emotions of dissatisfaction, anger, and malice. It's like saying to you, "Hit me, idiot." Lin Chu felt that compared to sunflowers, this cherry bomb seemed to have a mocking effect. Lin Chu couldn't wait to start checking the information panel of the cherry bomb. Name: Cherry Bomb, Level LV.06, Power 230 plus 1000, Additional Increase in Mysterious Maps, Constitution 5, Agile 5, Spirit 230 plus 1000, Additional Increase in Mysterious Maps, Skill. Cherry's Anger, LV.06, Cherry's Anger. A passive skill that is activated when an enemy approaches a radius of 10 meters from a cherry bomb, dealing a mixed damage of 200% physical and magical damage to their own strength and spirit. After the cherry bomb explodes, it dies. The mysterious catalog is additionally enhanced, and this skill deals damage that ignores the enemy's own defense. I'll go. How strong it is. The two attributes of strength and spirit alone are outrageously high. The effect of the cherry bomb is also similar to what Lin Chu imagined. Belonging to a suicide bomb. Equivalent to a model of dying alongside the enemy. Fortunately, from the evolutionary reminder of the mysterious catalog, the cost of evolutionary cherry bombs is not too high. 1 flame melting crystal, black iron grade, and 1 flame flower, black iron grade, each. The strategic position of cherry bombs in Lin Chu's mind is basically determined. It's the ultimate weapon at critical moments. Collect the cherry bomb into the summoning space. Lin Chu washed up, had some breakfast, had a cup of coffee, and continued to go out to practice. Moving out of the city, the snake swarm plane was soon in sight. Yesterday, there were not many people in the snake pack plane. As soon as Lin Chu arrived today, he noticed that there were significantly more professionals. It is obvious that the professional who improved from yesterday chose to come to the snake plane for leveling. Just as he arrived, Lin Chu frowned. Just because seeing acquaintances that annoyed him. Lin Chu. You're not dead yet, are you? Zhao Ye laughed heartily when he saw Lin Chu. I saw you walking towards the snake plane yesterday and thought you were going to die here. It seems like your fate is quite tough. It looks like you're still trying to level up in the snake swarm plane. I advise you to give up. Do you think you're me? I can take Qingqing's dungeon to level up. I'll tell you, both Qingqing and I have reached LV.04. Zhao Ye held his head high, like a fierce and proud rooster. It seems like announcing to Lin Chu that Lu Qingqing is living happily with Zhao Ye. Lu Qingqing snuggled up next to Zhao Ye, looking quite cooperative and happy. But why are you doing this to me? Oh, Lin Chu lightly agreed, ignoring Zhao Ye and Lu Qingqing and walking towards the plane of the snake pack. Zhao Ye had a feeling of punching cotton. It's so uncomfortable. Why does Lin Chu seem to be in no hurry at all? If I were Lin Chu, I would obediently ask a classmate to take me and go to the Shiji forest to practice honestly. Maybe I have a chance to apply for a university. Hee, it seems that I lost my intelligence after awakening to the garbage profession. Lin Chu is really speechless. Qingqing rolled her eyes. Don't worry about him. Yesterday, he probably walked towards the snake plane with a swollen face and a chubby appearance. I don't think he even entered the snake plane, otherwise he would have died. He probably saw us here now and bravely entered the snake plane. He might cry and shout for help, ha ha ha. Zhao Ye laughed. Qingqing also covered her mouth and smiled. The two quickly entered the snake plane hand in hand. Lin Chu entered the snake plane and engaged in battle, delving deep into it. The snake plane is a map between LV.05 and LV.15. The deeper you go, the higher the level of monsters you encounter, and the more experience points you can gain. Until the central region of the snake plane, the levels of surrounding monsters have generally increased from LV.05 to around LV.10. Compared to the front region, Lin Chu feels that the middle region is more suitable for him. Because the weeds here are short and the monsters are large, they can be clearly seen. As the saying goes, a clear spear is easier to dodge than a hidden arrow. Lin Chu doesn't have to worry about being injured by toxins. The most important thing is that there are also relatively few professionals here. There is a bunch of wandering monsters ahead. Lin Chu's gaze was cast away, and his message immediately appeared in front of him. Name. Split Snake, Level. LV.10, Power. 80, Constitution. 50, Agile. 80, Spirit. 50, Skills. Soundwave, Death Split, this snake is quite unique, a rare skill without toxins. If Lin Chu remembers correctly, the Death Split skill should be that after the monster dies, its body will explode into several parts, transforming into small monsters. And these little monsters can also be considered as individual experiences. This is a great monster for brushing experience. Lin Chu's face was overjoyed, and he immediately activated his mysterious catalog skill to summon the sunflower. As soon as the plant demon appeared, the snakes couldn't bear it anymore. They bared their teeth and rushed crazily towards the sunflowers. In addition, the split snake is pitch black, and this scene is like a group of black monsters attacking a young girl. Lin Chu immediately summoned the pea shooter. Bobo bobo. The peas sprouted continuously, and those split snakes seemed to have completely ignored them. One by one, they opened their big mouths and wanted to eat the peas. Until the peas burst open in their mouths, they regretted it. Unfortunately, it's too late. Bang! A split snake's head exploded and was instantly killed. Kill the splitting snake, experience points plus 200, after the death of the split snake, its body unexpectedly shattered and turned into a filamentous shape, with each strand becoming even smaller. Unfortunately, these split snake clones have not yet reacted and were once again blasted by a pea. Kill the splitting snake clone, experience points plus 50. Chapter 9. Sunflower Light Link Skill. Zhao Ye and others are in crisis. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Chu's eye counted carefully. Each split snake can split into 5 split snake clones. That is to say, a split snake can provide a total of 450 experience points to Lin Chu. Oh. Where are we going to find a monster with such a high cost-performance ratio? If others knew about Lin Chu's thoughts, their mentality would probably have collapsed. After all, Split Snake is a well-known novice killer. Not only is it extremely difficult to kill, but even if there are death clones, continuing the second wave of attack, many novice professionals are surrounded and killed by the split snake clones. But in Lin Chu's eyes, this skill is completely a gift of experience points. Splitting snakes is really amazing. Bobo bobo. With the attack of the pea shooter, these split snakes died one by one, and clones appeared one by one. A pea shooter can no longer spray. Lin Chu's mind moved and immediately summoned out all the remaining 9 pea shooters. Pea shooters line up in a row. Pea attacks are dense and impenetrable, with extremely powerful firepower. These split snakes are like zombies in Plants vs. Zombies, crazily wanting to move forward. Unfortunately, under the terror attack of the pea shooter, it was difficult to move forward at all. Each one died under the explosion of peas. For a moment, Lin Chu followed a grassland in front of him, completely becoming a pile of broken snake bodies and heads. Kill the splitting snake, experience points plus 200, kill the splitting snake clone, experience points plus 50, kill the splitting snake, experience points plus 200, kill the splitting snake clone, experience points plus 50, obtained material. Split snake skin *1, obtained material. Snake venom *1, dot. The message panel in front of Lin Chu kept popping up messages about experience points and materials being received. The compartments inside the package are also constantly being filled. At the moment of awakening, each professional will obtain storage space, where items with the same name are stacked repeatedly. The initial size of storage space is determined by qualifications. The S.level qualification is a 10 by 5 storage compartment. A.level qualifications are 10 by 4, and so on, decreasing. Lin Chu has a total of 50 storage compartments, which were completely sufficient in the early stages. If you want to increase storage space, you need to purchase storage space expansion scrolls, which are also not cheap. With the slaughter of the pea shooter, Lin Chu's experience points continued to increase, and finally a golden light flashed all over his body, and Lin Chu upgraded again. LV.07, huh. Finally upgraded, Lin Chu murmured to himself. At the current speed, Lin Chu is still quite satisfied. At least it is absolutely no problem for the university to meet the standards in the college entrance examination. After reaching level 7, the split snakes in this area were basically cleared by Lin Chu. The experience points provided by other types of snake monsters to Lin Chu are not as much as those of split snakes. Lin Chu has already planned to continue to penetrate the snake plains. Before that, Lin Chu planned to add attribute points and skill points first. As Lin Chu's mind moved, he immediately added more points. Name: Lin Chu, occupation: plant planter, level LV.07, 0.19%, qualification. S.level, power 5, constitution 26, plus 10, agile 8, spirit 64, plus 10, skills. Sewing, LV1, inducing, LV1, talent. Mysterious Atlas, LV7, with the increase of physical attributes, Lin Chu is now summoning and storing 10 P Sagittarius in one breath, and there won't be much reaction. If we just continue to summon, we estimate that we will only summon 2 or 3. And the increase in spiritual attributes will also add additional attributes to plants, enhancing their combat effectiveness. At this moment, Lin Chu's eyes suddenly lit up. Ha! Sunflowers have an extra skill. Lin Chu Gang just checked the mysterious catalog and found that after reaching LV.07, Pea Shooter and Cherry Bomb only improved their attributes, while Sunflower added a new skill. Name: Sunflower, level LV.07, power 25, physical fitness 300 plus 1000, additional increase in Mysterious Atlas, agile 0, spirit 111, skills. Link of Light, LV07, Sunshine Enhancement, LV07, Sunshine Divergence, LV07, Link of Light. When enabled, you can link up to 10 friendly units around you, reducing their damage by 17% and sharing 57% of their damage. You can also receive an additional 7% damage reduction based on your physical attributes. Sleeping Slot. Damage reduction plus damage sharing. Cow Wow Sunflower. With the skill of Light Link, Lin Chu's plant army must first crush sunflowers in order to annihilate them. And it's not difficult to defeat the army of plants in a group. The pressure of survival has greatly reduced, and Lin Chu even feels that he can go directly to the deepest part of the snake plain without any obstacles. A group of LV.15 monsters, I'm afraid they can also be brushed. Take back your thoughts. Lin Chu stepped forward and continued towards the depths of the snake plain. At the same time, on the other side, Zhao Ye and Qingqing are also constantly deepening into the snake plain. Not only that, behind them, there were also many people, at least 7 or 8, both men and women. Zhao Ye, this is already the middle of the snake swarm plain, and the monsters around are between LV.07.LV.10. Let's not go deep, right? Qingqing was very worried. Qingqing, don't be afraid. I brought people here. If there are any monsters, let them take action first. When we need to repair the knife, we can do it again. Zhao Ye smiled confidently. This can also be considered a vulgar operation. A normal novice professional with a background, the forces behind them will help to team up professionals with a level difference of no more than 5 levels. But as long as you team up, the experience points will be divided, resulting in a much lower burden on each person. In such a situation, someone discovered the misbehavior of forming 2 teams. A team of novice professionals, and a team of leading professionals. Beat the monster to the point of remaining health, and then let the novice professional repair the sword, so that the experience points are all on the novice professional's head. However, both sides still need to maintain a lack of experience, otherwise the university will still be detected during the college entrance examination. Zhao Ye's team has steadily advanced, and his level with Qingqing has quickly risen to LV.05. Just as they arrived in the latter part of the central region, suddenly, the earth began to tremble violently. In the team of professionals leading Zhao Ye, the leader's face changed. Immediately shouted, "No, it's a hidden elite monster." Ah! Zhao Ye and Qingqing were both stunned. Immediately after, his eyes lit up. Hidden elite monsters represent high experience and high rewards. I didn't expect us to be so lucky. On our first day on the snake plain, we encountered the hidden elite monster. Then take action and kill the hidden elite monster, Zhao Ye immediately ordered. The leader said, "What? What? Zhao Gongzi, either I say it or we have more than 10 more, we probably won't be able to take down this hidden elite monster." Zhao Ye was taken aback and immediately said, "Don't be alarmist. Where is there such terror?" As soon as the words fell, a crack broke through the ground, and a huge snake leaped out high, biting directly at a team leader, instantly killing him. Zhao Ye is almost scared to pee. Now I really know why the leading professional said that. Run! Suddenly, Zhao Ye and others turned into scattered birds and beasts. Chapter 10. Hidden elite monsters run when they see Lin Chu. Zhao Ye and Qingqing were shocked. You are listening at novel full.audio. There seems to be some movement. Lin Chu was planning to go to the deepest part of the snake plain. But suddenly he seemed to hear some shouting. Immediately after, the earth began to tremble. Lin Chu observed the surroundings. Quickly, a giant object gradually appeared on the horizon ahead. Lin Chu narrowed his eyes, fixed his gaze, and suddenly frowned. Oh! This old acquaintance, no, it's a familiar monster. It's a hidden elite monster, the green poisoned giant snake. It seems to be chasing something. Lin Chu's eyes focused and he carefully examined. Sure enough, the green poisonous giant snake was chasing 2 people. These 2 people are really old acquaintances, it's Zhao Ye and Qingqing. When Lin Chu discovered the 2 of them, the 2 of them, who were running wildly, naturally discovered Lin Chu's figure. It seems to be Lin Chu, Qingqing said immediately. That's right. Zhao Ye's face lit up and he immediately said to Lu Qingqing beside him, "Qingqing, this is a good opportunity." Ah! Lu Qingqing was taken aback, her face puzzled. "We are leading this hidden elite monster straight towards Lin Chu, using the hand of this hidden elite monster to eliminate Lin Chu," Zhao Ye said with a sinister expression. Lu Qingqing was taken aback. "I didn't expect Zhao Ye to think of this step. But is this too harsh?" Lu Qingqing hesitated, but Zhao Ye didn't care so much and directly pulled Lu Qingqing towards Lin Chu's direction. Lin Chu narrowed his eyes when he saw the situation, which was interesting. Both sides are getting closer and closer. Zhao Ye's fierceness on his face became increasingly evident. "Lin Chu, you are always pressuring me in my studies. Today, I will let you know my methods. This hidden elite level monster can even be instantly killed by a professional who is 5 levels higher than itself, and you will definitely not escape. If it's a big deal, we'll all die together." It has to be said that Zhao Ye's heart is indeed ruthless enough, which also shows how great the psychological shadow that Lin Chu has caused him over the years is, and how much hatred he has already shown. But soon, the expression on Zhao Ye's face froze. Not only Zhao Ye, but also Lu Qingqing was stunned. Both of them had stiff expressions, which quickly transformed into shock and disbelief. As if what they saw in front of them was fake. That green venomous giant snake was originally chasing very hard. Suddenly, it seemed as if it had seen something terrifying. The forward-rushing body suddenly came to a halt. The huge movement naturally caught the attention of Zhao Ye and Lu Qingqing. The two looked back with disbelief on their faces. The face of the Qingdu giant snake surprisingly showed a look of fear. And its pair of vertical pupils suddenly contracted, and the position it was looking at was exactly where Lin Chu was. Hiss, hiss. The green venomous giant snake stretched its tight body and immediately pounced in the next second, bowing directly in front of Lin Chu. Zhao Ye. Lu Qingqing. What? I don't understand. It's really hard to understand. Are you a hidden elite level monster kneeling down to a novice professional for no reason? Are you serious? Lin Chu also smiled happily. This green poisonous giant snake is quite up. Lin Chu has some understanding of this situation, and generally hidden monsters have a mechanism. Anyone who has killed it will be engraved in its bones, and when it sees it again, it will be filled with uncontrollable fear. Even run when you see it. This mechanism greatly reduces the occurrence of the same profession repeatedly brushing hidden monsters. But I only killed the green poison giant snake once. It knelt so quickly without any intention of resisting, which can be considered as complete cowardice. But the monsters are all in front of us, there's no reason to let them go. Lin Chugang raised his hand, and the green venomous giant snake immediately aroused its spirit, with a particularly fast reaction. The snake's head tightened and it stood up, then plunged into the soil with one head. The soil bulged into an oval shape, with weeds on top. For some reason, there was still water flowing out of the soil. With the nourishment of water, the green venomous giant snake moistens even faster, and the entire root disappears in a blink of an eye, leaving only a black and wide opening. Ah! Lin Chu smiled helplessly. The fat in hand has run away. Well, I don't have any control over type plants right now. This kind of monster that can escape is really hard to keep. Lin Chu calmly looked at Zhao Ye and Lu Qingqing, who were already dumbfounded, and said expressionlessly, "Be careful, both of you." Then Lin Chu looked at Zhao Ye and said, "Especially you. Didn't you say you were taking people? It turns out you were taking people to escape. You're quite talented." Zhao Ye's mouth twitched wildly, and he couldn't catch a breath. He coughed violently, and his face was extremely ugly. "Don't be angry, just look at your expression. If you get so angry, you won't be able to hold the woman back," Lin Chu said with a faint smile. Breathing. Zhao Ye's chest heaved violently in anger. Lin Chu, that's enough, don't say it anymore. Qingqing furrowed her brows and joined in. Ha! There's someone else next to me. Lin Chu immediately shifted his firepower. Qingqing's face immediately turned red and she coquettishly exclaimed, Lin Chu, why are you speaking so harshly now? I really misread you before. Lin Chu smiled and said, sleeping in bed, you are a pair of silly birds. After speaking, Lin Chu was too lazy to waste time with these silly birds and turned around and left directly. Looking at Lin Chu's departing figure, Zhao Ye's teeth clenched with a creaking sound. Qingqing's face turned pale with anger on the side. Lin Chu. Sooner or later, I want you to kneel down for me. Zhao Ye squeezed these words out from between his teeth. After a period of time, their emotions also calmed down a lot. Qingqing expressed confusion and said, why does that hidden elite monster run away when it sees Lin Chu? I seem to have heard my brother say that hidden monsters seem to have a mechanism, and anyone who has killed them will have a deep-seated fear in their heart, Zhao Ye said. Qingqing's pupils contracted and said, Zhao Ye, do you mean that Lin Chu has killed this hidden elite monster? Zhao Ye was taken aback for a moment, and his brain also reacted. But he quickly shook his head and self-denied, absolutely impossible. As a plant grower, he would have to smoke the snake with plants for a month before he could die. This hidden elite monster is afraid of him, there must be other reasons, Zhao Ye added. Qing nodded and agreed. Otherwise, for a lifestyle profession, use your head to fight against the hidden elite level. Alright, let's quickly reorganize our team and continue practicing. Zhao Ye said. After parting ways with two silly birds, Lin Chu quickly entered the deepest part of the snake plane. The monster level range here is between LV.12.LV.15. Just as Lin Chu was about to start practicing, he suddenly noticed that there seemed to be some movement ahead. Lin Chu approached quietly and discovered a group of people gathering together. Not only that, but Lin Chu actually knows one of them. It was the man who was chased by the hidden elite monster yesterday.